either.
Okay.
I can't see us. Is it because we were muted?
I don't think so, but let's see now.
Hello, hello. Welcome.
Our video just came on.
Okay,
The video was on, but it's on now.
okay. Viewers, I'm gonna have a quick question with our support staff here. Is there a way to start the video now? Or do we can't restart unless we set up another Zoom?
I don't think we can restart unless there's another Zoom.
Okay, you know what? We're just carrying on. We're gonna take it from here and I'm
That's
just
what
gonna
you're gonna start.
start over
Carry
and
on.
welcome all of you to Trail Talk. You know, there's a little confusion at the beginning. Maybe it just piqued your interest enough that you were just hanging on to see what's really gonna happen next. Okay. Anyway, welcome to Trail Talk. My dear friends, Cindy Parks, Gina Flesher are here. And these ladies are representing the Chisholm Trail Arts Council, one of my most favorite organizations in this area. And I really love the Arts Council. I love the way you guys go into schools. You offer all, you know, not just visual arts, performing arts, arts education, so many facets of the art world. You make it available to us, and all of us in this community and the surrounding area. We should all be supporting the arts, and these ladies are here to tell us what the Arts Council is doing and how we can support them. And so I was, before the technical difficulties were worked all out, I was asking Cindy about, well, okay, I'm going to go back because I mentioned last Friday how they had their membership drive. There's like this open house, this amazing spread of hors d'oeuvres. There was a bar, there were other drinks, there was all this art that you could go around, you can look at, you can buy your membership, which they have all levels of memberships, very affordable.
Yeah.
Even senior discounts.
Yes.
If you only want to buy, you know, that, I mean, it's just all kind of, but they also have, as part of the membership drive, the availability of their concert series tickets.
Yes.
And if you buy certain levels, you get the concert series tickets and perks.
Yeah, you can get a free ticket to one of the DLT productions and a free ticket to the Lawton Philharmonic. Yeah.
Right, I mean, how cool is that? And so if you buy, like Kevin and I each got one, then we each have a ticket to the Lawton Philharmonic and a DLT production, and see how they're combining arts in the area. I mean, they're really onto something, guys. They really have a great system going. But how long has this concert series been going on, would you say?
Well, I know it has been going on for 40 years because when we first moved to Duncan, my husband and I went to them, but it was more classical type and orchestral type, chamber music, ensemble type. It was a whole different style. And then Jeff Cayley came and kind of turned that whole concept around and made it a little more contemporary and varied. And so we just sort of followed that direction and made it a little bit more versatile and, you know.
Well, like, you can buy tickets to individual performances. You don't have to buy the package.
Right.
But the package, ladies, is a built-in date night, which is one of my favorite things. I get automatically, if I get these tickets, my husband and I have 4 or 5 dates set up in advance for the year. It's
Nice.
fantastic.
I love that.
It's great. But like last year, there were the cellists from Russia
Yes.
who played Beatles music on their 4 cellos. It was amazing. There was when you say contemporary, the contemporary dance performance from OU
Yeah.
was amazing. It was really very talented.
Very different.
Yes, it was very different. There was it a kind of a big band thing last year too.
Yes, and we're gonna have another big band this year.
I saw that, yes. And then there was it the Christmas acapella? Was
Yes,
that last year?
yes. there
Oh,
was
it was so much fun. I mean, 4 very different styles of
Mhm.
music, dance, and all these performances. So there's something for everyone.
Yes.
And you know, if you haven't been introduced to some of these, like that was my
Right.
very first contemporary dance performance that I was able to attend. And so it was very interesting to me.
Right. And you know, what's fascinating to me is that these are performers that most people haven't heard of. You know, they're not super famous performers, but they are incredibly talented. And it's so fun to just kind of open up your eyes to that concept right there.
Mm.
There's a lot of talent out there that's not necessarily famous, but they are so entertaining.
Very,
And
very entertaining.
yeah.
And how many
it's really
times
fun.
have we had a group that started small
Yes.
and has become big?
Yes,
And we said, we had a first.
right.
Mm,
Uh-huh.
It's happened
Yeah.
several times.
yeah.
Yeah, that one acapella group, Home. I think it's called Home something, but anyway, they're doing exceptionally well in New York.
And there was last year, the time was, one of the performances, a family drove up from like Louisiana or somewhere. Or was
They
that
were
the
kind of a
season
groupie. No,
before?
it was this last year. I don't remember which group it was. We were a
They
groupie
come
that
from
followed.
Alabama.
Alabama, yeah, that's what, from Alabama. To see this live performance, I cannot remember who it was or whatever, but anyway, I was like, wow, those people, they were just very excited that they were that close.
Mhm.
Whoever it was, that they were that close to where they live.
Wherever Alabama
Where-
is from here.
Okay, well, Alabama's a drive now, it's a ways, but anyway, that was very fun
Uh-huh.
for that family to be there, and they were
Yeah.
hanging around. You get to hang, the performers always come out and
Yes,
meet
they do.
anyone who wants to stay around and meet them.
Yeah.
And typically they have, some CDs or something that you can purchase if you
Right.
want, and just, I don't know, it's just a really fun,
Yes.
thing to do. So
Mhm.
why does CTAC, why did you guys decide to continue this? What is really the most important part of that concert series to y'all?
Well, I would say it's just to be able to bring varied live music to our community and for them to, affordable.
Very much
And,
so.
Yeah,
I agree. That's a big.
affordable and just to be able to be entertained with some talent from out of state. You know,
Mhm.
that's just really, really good.
Mhm.
And to have, like you said, a fun night and just
Exactly.
enjoy it. Maybe a date, maybe not, but just and we always try to, not always, but lately we have tried to get some sort of multicultural aspect in there too.
Mhm.
And this year we have the Eleanor Dubinsky Quartet coming, December 8th. She'll be incorporating some Christmas tunes, but she sings in Spanish and French and Portuguese and English. And she'll have a quartet. She'll have different instruments with her. So I'm super excited about Eleanor Dubinsky. I think she'll be great.
That sounds good. And this year there are 5
Yeah,
performances
Yeah.
included.
right.
Usually there have been 4, so
No, we've
5.
got a bonus.
I know. I was like, there are 5 this year.
5 dates with your.
Yeah.
And Eleanor is also going to do educational outreach with a high school English class. She's going to do a songwriting type workshop. So that'll be really cool. That's another thing that we like to do with the concert series, is to bring some sort of educational component sometime during the season. Also with the Glenn Miller Orchestra, we
Mhm.
mentioned the big band.
Mhm.
They are the largest big band that is sought after in the world today is the Glenn Miller Orchestra. So we're super excited to have them. We had them a few years ago and it was very well received. And so I thought, well, we'll just have them back. And they are going to have the band students from Jeremy Haas, the high school band students. They're going to come and they are going to practice like 3 songs. And they're going to get on stage and play with the Glenn Miller Orchestra that night. So,
Oh, my goodness.
yeah.
What a great
I
experience.
know, it's wonderful for the students, but the key thing is too, is this is our Oklahoma Arts Council tax dollars at work, supporting the arts in small rural areas because of the grant rewrite. It helps support, and when you bring in educational components, particularly with youth or those who are a little more disadvantaged, they love it, and it's where most of their dollars are given to help individuals learn the arts and be rewarded by understanding how important art is. So I
Right.
think it's great. We're gonna have 2 opportunities this year.
Right.
Yeah,
Really
and the Oklahoma Arts Council, they're really good supporters of some of the programs that we do
Oh,
here
yes.
too. So shout out Oklahoma Arts Council.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We couldn't do what we do without their
Right, right. And you guys, because CTAC is a nonprofit,
Right.
and so you're like the Heritage Center. You have to write grants and you
Yes.
depend on membership money
Yes.
and all of the same things to bring this concert series
Right.
to the community. You guys are not making money
No.
off of this concert series.
And
This is a financial investment on your part into our community.
and this is the perfect time for me to interject our sponsors.
Oh, very good. Good job, you guys.
Nancy Spivey, Bank of Commerce, Arvest, Duncan Regional Hospital, DADF, Duncan Machine Products, and First Bank and Trust. So we've got some really outstanding sponsors and we
Very
thank
good.
them from the bottom of our hearts.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, sponsors. That's awesome. Okay, so this year you're gonna have Eleanor Dubinsky.
Well, we're gonna kick it off next month,
Okay.
September 15th with Matt Mikado. And it's gonna be a little different because this is going to take place at the fairgrounds. And usually we have all of our concerts at the Simmons Center, but we're just trying something a little different. Because he is a Texas cowboy rodeo singer-songwriter. And they're going to have a Longhorn event at the fairgrounds that weekend. So we're kind of combining the two and offering this to anybody in the community, plus the people that are coming from out of town for the Longhorn event. And there's going to be dancing in a bar, so it's going to be a little different and fun.
Is he a young guy?
He is a young guy, yes,
Great.
yes.
Yeah,
And,
He's
uh,
handsome. I've seen his
I think
poster.
I was gonna say his picture is on the ticket.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
And
pretty
I bet if you went to CTAC's Facebook page, there might be a little promotional picture on there.
Yeah, and his songs are being played on the radio stations all over Texas. So he's really well known down there and well liked, well received. And then, like you said, Eleanor Dubinsky Quartet in December. Then we'll have the Glenn Miller Orchestra, February 9th. Summer Breeze.
Summer
March
Breeze is
31st.
great.
Yeah.
The last Summer Breeze concert that you guys,
Yeah.
it was like happened, it was supposed to happen and COVID came and we
Yeah.
had to get postponed and it finally happened in June. And
Right.
oh my goodness, yes, it
Yeah.
was.
And they were just inducted into the Duncan Area
Yeah.
Arts Hall of Fame.
Yes, just last January.
But they've been around for 40 years, and as long as you said you've been to concerts, they've been playing here in our community.
Yeah.
Changing people,
Right.
but they've still kept that same smooth theme
Oh.
they've always had.
So great. Anyway, that'll be a big one. That's so fun.
Yes, so they're gonna have an encore, is what we're calling it, because
Uh-huh.
they're coming back. And then the last show is Take Three. Take Three was also here before, a phenomenal violinist, and 2 other performers. But this is a totally different show. This is called Made in America. And so they're going to be doing songs like Sweet Home Alabama, Orange Blossom Special, On the Road Again, songs by Woody Guthrie and Joni Mitchell. So it's going to be all kinds of things about songs that have made America
Mhm,
great,
mhm.
that sort of thing. So that's
So
the one
now,
we're gonna end with.
It's
in
take
April.
three, it was three young women.
Yes.
And there was a cellist, a pianist,
Yes.
and a violinist.
Yes.
And their talent was so impressive.
So
And
impressive.
they're the ones who, one of them stood up and said, this auditorium has the best acoustics of any venue we have ever played. I tell people that story
That's
all
great.
the time.
Yes.
Because I think that it's important for people to realize what a great facility we have over there, the Simmons Center.
Yes.
The auditorium is just, it's phenomenal. And because these young women, Juilliard
Oh, yeah.
trained and
Traveled all over the world.
all over the world. And they worked in Los Angeles and performed on the musical scores for these great movies that we've all seen.
Yeah.
So their talent is really top notch.
Yes.
And
They are coming from California.
oh, that is so
Right
fun.
here in Duncan,
Oh,
Oklahoma.
We loved them. We really did love them. They were really good. Oh, that will be fun.
Yeah.
What a fun night. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I hope you guys are pumped up about this
Yeah.
concert series now. Man, it's gonna be really fun. It's got so much to look forward to. But the Arts Council is not limited to this concert series.
No.
You guys do a lot of other things. Gino, tell us some of the other ways that you guys invest in our community.
Well, you mentioned our kickoff, which
Mhm.
is a membership kickoff. The benefit and bonus is we always host a reception every time we flip over our art gallery.
Mhm.
So I'm going to grab my phone because I have some great notes. I don't want to forget to talk about future dates, and I made sure that I had them accurate in my notes here so that I could be sure to share them properly.
Right, right.
So this recent one we just did was kind of kickoff. We have about 30 artists from around who are displaying their art.
Mhm.
They hang a few pieces. Some of them are sculptures, some of them are paintings, sometimes it's jewelry. It's just a large variety. It's not always just pastels or just
Right,
oils. So
right.
you just almost have to come to appreciate.
Mhm.
But we know that the gallery kickoff was here just in August, and then in October through November, we will have Arlen Brantley, who is the art
Oh.
teacher in Marlowe.
Arlen has been a guest on Trail Talk
Yes.
before.
Oh,
He
he's
came
so
on
good.
and he did, what are those, little shape things that he does? His little specialty, something grams.
Not tangrams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tangrams.
yeah, I think that's it.
And he
Yeah,
just did that with the
Okay.
students here at Arts Exposure. We'll talk to
yeah,
him in a
yeah.
minute.
Yeah, he-
Yeah.
Okay.
he won an award at the Hall of Fame
Yes,
last year
he
too.
The Chisholm Trail Arts Council, we recognized him internally as one of our recipients to be awarded for his
Right.
commitment to the arts.
Great
This is
art
the-
teacher, great guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he'll be a part of that art show in October. And then it goes from to November. It always runs for about 4 or 5 weeks. So
Mhm.
we get that window of opportunity. And what a great time to buy a Christmas gift for somebody.
Yes.
I mean, some of the art's very affordable. And you
Mhm.
can say it's one of a kind. One of a
Exactly.
kind, you take it home. Then we'll turn right around and we will have truly the Christmas art show. And when I say that, it's right at the holiday time. So if you missed the first one, you can come back and we have one from November 17th to December 15th. And there will be an official call for arts. So what does that mean if you're not an artist?
Mhm, mhm.
It means that you make application to hang your art and you are reviewed for your curriculum vitae or your resume, whatever you want to call it, to be sure that you're not bringing us crafts. This is really about fine art.
Right.
And when I say that, you don't have to be a Picasso. You just have to be somebody that truly understands the elements of art.
Right.
And the artists are usually there in the evening when we host the reception that always precedes the opening of the gallery for the
Mhm.
art.
Mhm.
So it's nice to meet them, hear their story, talk to them about what got them started, where did they come from? And then, of course, we're never done.
Right.
We love youth just like you do here, and we
Yes.
both share March for
Mhm.
that youth art month. So
Mhm.
you have an exhibit here as well as we have one there.
Yes.
Variety of students. Kind of depends upon who gets hooked up where, with what teacher, and so it's nice that we can share it that month, and the entire month of
Mhm.
March is
Mhm.
dedicated to that.
Mhm.
So there'll be, again, an official call. And in all honesty, some of our students who were young are now going on getting art degrees.
Yes.
And one of them is Alyssa Cox, who
Absolutely.
works part-time in our Arts Council office, and she has been an artist in the past as a youth, and now she's moving into her adulthood. She'll graduate this next year with a degree in art from Cameron University. So we're very excited to have her work with us because she understands the art talk, which is nice.
Yes.
And then we close, we close the year with a true gallery in April to May, and that's a three-dimensional exhibit this year. Again, there'll be a call for artists. We don't know who they are yet. And three-dimensional could be fabric. We have somebody local, Glenda Cobb, who
Right.
generally will enter her artwork.
Mhm.
And she's been putting her artwork on sale and all kinds of. cool
She
places.
has, and she has 3 pieces hanging up right now,
Yes.
in the gallery. She.
Right, so
saw
if I
the
say,
other
you
night.
know, it's not just from afar, but we even get them from Texas occasionally, so
Mhm.
it's not limited just to people here in Duncan. So I encourage you, if you know an artistic person, tell them, call the Arts Council office, and believe it or not, they still have a landline. 252-4160, I'll never forget that number, it's
Right,
ingrained in my
right.
brain.
Yeah.
And you can call, leave a message if someone's not there, catch us on Facebook,
Mhm.
catch us on our website, and on our website, you can hook up with our email to find out more, so. But the cool thing is then, you know, the old starving artists. you know,
Right, right.
Starving artists, you know who they are? You have some in your family, with your children.
Yes.
So when I say that, then we've started this new thing, the Art Gallery Committee has started this really cool new thing where we just finished it. And in the summer month, we allow them to bring in pieces that they've had. Maybe they've shown them in a gallery here, there, everywhere, and hang them up with the opportunity for you to maybe get them at a steal. Now, I don't want people to think they shouldn't come get the art other gallery times. But these might be
Right.
pieces that they've kind of lost sentiment with them, and it's just time for them to move on, and they bring them in. There are no artists present. You just come during the office times that are posted on the door. We have it posted there outside, which our address, by the way, is 810 West Walnut.
There you go.
Tucked back in a corner
There
over
you
there.
have it.
Gotta look for us.
Yeah.
But it's a cool place. It's got 2 stories to it.
It
And if you can't
is.
make it up the stairs, you know what we did this last year with some grant money we got? We bought a really cool TV that we then can show a PowerPoint of all the art that's upstairs. If you can't make it there, you can still see it.
Very
And say, oh, I really
nice.
like that piece. And we would be happy to bring it down and show it to you.
Very nice.
So there's
What
a
great
committee who really
addition.
runs that
Mhm.
through the Arts Council. Not everybody that's in that committee is a board member. And a board member generally sits on the committee.
Mhm.
Darcy's in all the meetings, and then we have wonderful people in our community who come. Some of them are artists and some of them just love art.
Right,
So it's really a neat deal. We
right.
love our galleries.
Well, I ran into Bama White
Yes.
the other night, and she's probably.
She is on that committee.
She is on that, she told me she was on that committee, but she's not on the board.
That's great.
So she's an example of that. Shout out, Bama.
That's right. And you know, we always have a theme too, like come winter time, our decorations will be wintry. Like this
Yeah.
particular one right now was kind of kickoff, so it was black and gold. It was meant to be a little bit more classy in that respect.
Mhm.
And it's never like one is better than another. It's Darcy's a little artistic, even though she has a degree in marketing. But she's really got an artist brain because she'll always think about how to tie it into whatever's kind of going on.
Mhm.
And so you can expect at Christmas time, it'll be dolled up kind of Christmassy, and
Mhm.
we're always looking for great bargains out there, and I like to help her do that. So we
Right.
have a good time.
Right, well, it always looks great, and you guys have a super cool hanging system
Yeah.
in there around the walls, to hang the art, and
And again, with some grant money
I-
as well as donors that
That-
participated in
that's a really
Absolutely.
cool. I came over there and did a trail talk. The man's name has slipped my mind now. Oh, I'm so sorry.
a sculptor?
No, he's from Fletcher or Elgin. He was the art teacher at USAO for years.
It's escaping me.
Howard, is his last name Howard?
Look up everything 360,
I-
maybe it's up
yeah.
in the sky.
Anyway, it was really fun to come over, and that was when I really had a chance to notice the great hanging system that you guys had in there. Was when, because he had filled the whole area with his art, and
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Exactly now. You're right.
mhm,
He is retired from the work world. He now
Mhm.
just does art for great joy.
yes,
His name escapes me, but I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking
yeah, he was
about.
the
Very nice. gentleman.
art teacher at USAO for
Yeah.
years. He started the, they do the chalk art
Oh,
thing
yeah,
on the
yeah.
sidewalks
Yes,
over there.
I
And
love
yeah,
that.
he
That's where I can
started
make a
that.
call, with that show where you get to call and make.
Right. Phone a friend, his name, phone a friend. We will put his name in the comment section because one of us will remember it. But anyway, that was a great fun thing to do, was to bring Trail Talk over there to the gallery and get to see all.
And
of
if
his
you've
stuff.
not seen the Arts Council office, you really should. And here's another great way, and I'm gonna let Cindy talk about this, what's called our CTAC parties. And I don't think we had that on our list of things to talk about. Our fun
Right.
little things we do in the evening.
Right.
I want you guys to
Occasion.
talk about those. Every once in a while, I'll see a thing about them and I'll think, oh, I'd like to go. And then for some reason.
There's one
or another,
tonight,
I
but it's too
can't.
late, sorry.
It's too late. Yeah. That's it. Well, I mean,
Sign up.
you have to sign up in advance
No,
because there's so many.
I think you could go tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think she said there were 2 spots left.
Okay.
And as long as you pay when you get there, it's going to be at the Missing Bristle.
Oh,
in
okay.
Marlow.
All right.
And Josh Conway, he's the instructor.
He's a friend of ours. He's been on Trail Talk.
Oh, great,
Good.
okay.
Yeah.
He has made everybody a mug, a coffee mug,
Uh-huh.
and he's made plenty. I think he made 25, and we told him there wouldn't be more than 20. So if you did want to go tonight, you still could. It is at 6:30 in Marlow, and we're gonna get to decorate that mug, and then he will fire it, glaze it, fire it, and then you come back and get your mug whenever it's ready.
Very
Whatever, something
fun.
fun. It just popped up literally on my messages tonight. CTAC party, and party is spelled lowercase p, art in the middle, Y,
Yeah.
lowercase
Yeah.
n. Because it's really just a fun time to gather
Mm-hmm.
and make friendships, and Cindy always has little snacks and drinks there because that's kind of just something she does on the side, because she's just such a supporter of the arts.
And don't you, like your artists, they do like a little class or workshop or something? It seems like,
That is kind of more with the CTAC gallery, right?
Well,
Whenever they
but
have it.
remember our wonderful young man, all of a sudden his name went out of my head too, who's LaQuincy.
Yes,
LaQuincy
That
did,
was- yes.
LaQuincy did a sculpting
mm,
that was a part of, I wouldn't call it so much as CTAC party like
No.
this, but he did a sculpting class in the evening. So sometimes those little extra
Right.
additions get in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And then it's beautiful because you learn about them as a person,
Mhm.
their type of art. And we didn't come away thinking we're gonna be sculptors, but we understood sculpting better.
Right.
What it is
right.
they envision and how they have to go about it. So,
Yes, yeah, his trail, I don't know if you've seen the trail talk he did here, but it was very educational.
yeah.
Very educational. He went through, I mean, he had things in different degrees of.
Well, he's just got about the
completion.
coolest name ever.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, right now, he's
You
got
can't
art up
beat it.
at the big
At the
gallery.
Skirt, and he's in the,
Yeah.
he's the artist in residence at the Skirt, and yeah,
So
and
cool.
so he, I think he wraps up next month. September or October is his last month, I can't remember. He's gonna be back on Trail Talk before he leaves, so we can kind of see some
Oh,
of his
good.
finished
Good.
things.
Good, good.
Yeah, so, yeah, he's someone that, I think I met at one of I think it was at the kickoff
Yes.
reception, maybe last year.
Yeah,
Okay.
he had some
Mhm.
sculpture there.
And
Yeah.
he's actually going to do one of our art education in schools.
Oh,
Classes.
very nice.
That's another whole
Here.
piece that the art council, our local arts council does, so.
The
Right.
art education
Yeah.
programs in
Yes.
schools.
Where we try to find an artist that go into the schools and teach some sort of different type of learning, or if the school doesn't even have an art teacher,
Mhm.
then it's super great to have an art teacher come in here for them. But if they have an art teacher like Arlen Brantley, lots of times we'll have an instructor going there, then
Well, Quincy's going there this year.
is that where it is? Because I couldn't
It's in
remember.
Marlow.
He's going to
Okay.
Marlow.
He's going
Very
to,
nice.
he's going there,
Yeah.
and it's what's so
Good for
cool
them.
about it is, when an artist like that comes and he's gonna engage the students, many times there's special tools that they need, and the school doesn't always have them, but Arlen Brantley loves pottery, and when I say that, I want people to think it's like just pottery, I mean, it's cool stuff. He's got the tools we need, which is going to help us with our budget,
Mhm.
and Quincy's gonna spend 2 days with those students, and when they're
Awesome.
done, their heads will be spinning. I'm telling you.
Right.
It's gonna
Right.
be great,
Yeah.
because I think he's an up and coming. I
Oh,
think he will be
absolutely.
discovered, and someone's going to select him to do a special piece of art for them that will be a forever sculpture somewhere.
He did the new bust of Clara Luber for the state capitol.
Yeah, I knew he did
It's,
something. for the state
and
capitol.
I listened to a podcast called The Very Okay Podcast and it's done by the director of the Oklahoma Historical Society, and then Dr. Bob Blackburn, who was the former, and they were talking about renovations at the Capitol, and they talked about the new bust of Clara Luper, and I was yelling, I know who made that. I know who did that. But anyway, so, because the Capitol now is open, it's completed. All of
That's good.
all of that is done. And so that means LaQuincy's work must
See, you just never know.
up
These
there.
starving artists that want so badly to just share what they love. One day, we're gonna say, LaQuincy was in Duncan, Oklahoma, and did a class for us. He's been
Yeah.
in school for us.
In January and February, he will be our artist here.
Oh, Tila.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about that.
Oh,
So
yes.
it's gonna be good stuff. So it seems like Arts Explosion is
Yeah.
another thing you guys do, which is for the kids in the community. Kind of very
Yes.
much directed specifically for the kids.
Yes, it starts with kindergartners.
Yes, it
So we
does.
have kindergarten through second grade session, afternoon session. And then we have, in the morning, we have third through fifth graders. And then later in the afternoon, 3 to 5, we have a teen class because we had students that would get to the fifth grade and they were like, well, we don't want Arts Explosion to end. And so Darcy said, well, let's start a teen class. So now we have that and they can be all the way to 18 years old.
Okay, and so Arts Explosion is a summer program.
It's just
Right.
1 week long.
1 week in the
Uh-huh.
summer.
It's the third week in July.
Okay.
Always. It's never changed.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And it's very affordable and we have artists come in and they just teach. Everybody does projects. Everybody, it's all hands-on. It's
Mhm.
not just a teacher showing things. It's all hands-on and they go home with tons of art. So it's really, really fun.
So is there like a tuition? Does that cost something?
Yes, there is a tuition. The third through fifth class this year was $70 for the week. And they even get a snack and a drink and then,
It's 3 hours of us.
yeah,
Taking
3 hours.
your child
Mhm.
and engaging them in something cool, so you can go to Walmart and not have them beg for everything.
Right.
Right.
That's
There
very
you
good.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And but they really do go away learning so much.
Yeah.
And they're so proud of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, and there's a big reception Friday night of all their art displayed.
Mhm.
And then the K through 2 and the teen classes are $40. Yeah.
So the third through fifth is a little bit more,
Yeah, it's longer.
A
lasts
longer
longer,
time, uh-huh.
And
We think they have the better attention span for that. The
Mhm.
littles, it's too
Yeah.
long for them.
yeah.
And the teens, they're best later in the day. We know that from, they like to sleep in, it's summertime.
Right.
And little kids get up anyway for the
Yeah.
most part. So they just may as well get up and come and play with us.
Exactly, yeah.
And I want to say, and speaking of Arts Explosion and that, is that my oldest daughter, Danielle,
Mhm.
went to Arts Explosion in fourth grade.
yeah,
And it was when it was originally hosted at the Simmons Center.
yes.
The problem with having Simmons Center, it really was a problem, is that they have carpet. And we have so many art
Oh.
projects that are really not good for carpet.
Yeah.
So it was like a rethink, because that was years ago. I mean, Danielle's 35 years old. She'll
Right.
probably be mad I told you all how old she is. But when you're in fourth grade, you're 10.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
25 years ago, and she met Jimmy Zinn at Arts Explosion, and that was the beginning of her love for music. Because at that time, we were looking for some of those art elements because
Mhm.
there wasn't even that offered really.
Right.
And so that was really her first exposure to music because he did such a fabulous job with the students.
Well, what
That is a great story.
That is a great story. And I am certain that all the kids who leave our Arts Explosion, whether it impresses them in some way that, changes their course in life, which I'm sure it has for some, or if they just create something that week that they're very proud of and they just realize, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can make things and, it's
Be
not like,
creative.
it's not like every kid has art supplies at their house that
Right.
they get to, do things with. So I love it that you guys do that
And we do offer scholarships too.
Very
Yes,
good.
and you know, we had some great sponsors this year. We reached out in a new direction and we called a lot of our realtors around town, and it was amazing how many of them stepped up and sponsored a student, what it would be an expectation,
Mhm.
you know, a scholarship for them. Not necessarily naming a child, but it went into the bucket of scholarship. And then if a child had a financial restriction in their life, maybe there's multiple kids in the family. You know, it's kind of
Right.
expensive when you have a couple of kids or 3 or 4
Right.
kids. So no one knows it. It's completely private. No one should ever be ashamed of that. You should just say, I would love to have some help, and it's there waiting.
That's one of the best things about our community. I feel like somebody always steps up to kind of bridge the gap for people.
Right.
And I love that so much.
I would agree
Yeah,
that
and
it's.
another perk of being a member of CTAC is you get a $5 discount to Arts Explosion for your child
Oh,
for the enrollment. And you also get a $5 discount all to each CTAC party. So,
oh, very nice.
And you know, when you become a Gigi, grandma, you
Uh-huh.
call it Art Camp Week, and you bring your grandkids to come stay with you for a full week for the full experience, from
Ah.
a Saturday to the next Sunday. And you know why God gave you your children when you're young, because you were so tired, but yet it is so exciting to come home in the evening and just really hear that chitter chatter that I had many years ago with my other children who participated.
Right.
yeah,
And they're so proud of all the things they take home. They can't wait to take their bag of treasures home and show mom and dad.
Mhm.
And my grandson gifted me his clay piece this week, and it sits in my
Oh.
windowsill, right over my sink. And when I go over there, get a drink of water, wash a dish, load the dishwasher,
There it is.
there it is.
That's
and
awesome.
before COVID, I hate to bring that word up, but
Yeah.
we had a family that came from France to visit some relatives in Duncan, and they always planned it when Arts Explosion was happening, and their kids came to Arts Explosion.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. How
I
fun.
don't
Bob
think
Diggs Brown. That's who it was,
Wow,
Bob
that
Diggs
is
Brown.
That is
Now,
such
a lot of
great
people out there, I hope are
story.
hearing that name because he's
Yeah.
gone on to
Yeah.
heaven. But I'm telling you, his daughter lived in Europe and she made sure those kids came home from France and
What a
were here every
great-
summer that week.
That's so fun. That's so fun. What a great legacy of art the Arts Council has. Originally, it was called,
Duncan Arts and Humanities Council.
okay,
That's
Duncan
what-
Arts and
When I
Humanities.
moved here, that's what it was.
Yes, and I'm trying to remember really, I want to say that was really before I served on the board many moons ago when I first came. I want to say Alyssa was about 5 and she's 25. So 20 years ago, I had a little stint on the board. No, that's not even true. Alyssa wasn't born. It's when Danielle was young. I take that back. And there was when the transition was made and the humanities part dropped off, so to speak. But I'd like to say it was just a title because we have
Yeah.
tons of humanities in this.
Right.
Because we go into schools, like we talked about these
Exactly.
Oh,
education
yeah.
opportunities,
Mhm.
and we sit and think, Eve Cornejo is the chair of that committee. She's not a board member. She's the chair of that committee. She leads that, and we look for going to different schools, not just Duncan schools. We've gone to Marlowe. We've gone to Central Empire, and we look to share that wealth
County.
throughout our
Right,
community.
right.
And we know that we had a clinician, a guest clinician for the vocal music program last year before they went to vocal contest for Kevin Zinn. And we're going to
Nice.
bless him again, and he's so excited.
Oh,
As
what a
excited as Kevin
great
gets.
partnership.
And
What
I
a great partnership.
sent him a
I
text
love
the other
that.
day, he said, I'll be looking for my clinician. And that to me says
Yeah.
that he's on it. And
Yeah.
that is really neat because it fine tunes that skill before they go off and then compete across the state.
Right, right. Wow, I just love it. So now you guys know why CTAC is such an important organization in our community. And of all the things these ladies shared, there has to be at least one thing that would be interesting to you. One thing that would, you thought, oh, you know what, that sounds fun, or that sounds like something I would enjoy doing. So, go to their Facebook page, go to their website.
And I want to offer one more opportunity for it.
Okay,
Sometimes our businesses in town look for great ways to advertise. And a very inexpensive way to advertise is to place an ad in our Live from the Center concert series program. Now, that program's gone to press now,
Mhm.
and in our first concert, but you see, we have 5 concerts. People will flip through there, see your advertising, that you support the arts, as well as the fact that your business is supported because they say, well, I didn't know that so-and-so did that.
Mhm.
And so what a great way to
True.
put that in your budget.
Mhm.
And if you're interested in that, I happen to be on that subcommittee for the board, but you could just get online with Darcy Reeves,
Mhm.
who's the executive director, send her an email right off the website and go to Facebook, send a message, and we'd be happy to get with you for next year.
Right.
And that's
right.
another way to support the arts because I mean, it's one of those things, I think people think by buying a season ticket that supports us well, it does help. But membership and the other things our community do, I can't tell you how valuable that is. You
Right.
can't measure that really for so many different reasons.
Right.
The money part's great, but also shows that partnership.
Right.
Important thing to
Well,
talk
yeah, I mean, you look at the different membership levels and all that. And I mean, if you just want the concert tickets, just buy the concert tickets, you know? But if you want to do something more, then
And it's
Jo-
a tax,
you
it's a
can-
tax deductible
yeah,
donation
you
because we
cover
are a
them.
501c3. So
Right.
anything
Right.
above your concert tickets that would be included,
Mhm.
you will get a letter that shows you for your taxes,
Right.
which is great.
Right, exactly. So anyway, you guys support CTAC. They are such a deserving organization. We are so excited about looking at the year ahead. Thank you all for being on Trail Talk today. I think it
Thank
was
you for having.
yes, absolutely. What a lot of fun. And besides the fact, I just like to chat with these girls. You know what I mean?
Yes, you
So anyway, it's time for us to say goodbye for today, and we always say happy trails together. So you guys ready?
do. Right.
Okay. Happy
Happy
trails.